Hey, welcome. In the next few minutes, we're going to dive into some seriously powerful and, more importantly, actionable habits. We're talking about rewiring the way you think, the way you feel, and the way you act. If you've ever felt kind of stuck, well, this is all about how you can build your way out of that, and we're starting right now.
Okay, let's kick things off with a simple but massive truth. The life you have right now, it's just a mirror reflecting your habits. Seriously. Everything you do, how you think, the way you show up for things, it's all a result of your daily routines. But hey, this isn't about feeling bad about the past. Nope. This is about realizing, maybe for the first time, where your real power to change actually is.
And this might be the most important thing you hear all day. You are not broken. You're not. That feeling of being stuck, it's not who you are. It's not permanent. It's just the result of a few habits that are, well, working against you instead of for you. And the amazing news? You have all the power you need to change.
All right, section 1. Your life is your habits. This idea right here, it's the key that unlocks everything else. Once you really get it, once you truly accept that what you do every single day creates your reality, you've basically just opened the door to making real, meaningful change on purpose.
Moving on to section 2, how to own your day. So where do we start with all this? It all begins the second you wake up. There's the saying, win the morning, win the day. And it's so true. Taking charge right from the get-go, that sets the tone for absolutely everything else.
And it really just boils down to a simple two-step formula. It's so powerful. First, wake up with a purpose. Know why you're getting out of bed. And second, plan your day before distractions can get to you. Decide what's important before the world starts screaming for your attention. It sounds simple, and it is, but man, is it effective.
And this slide just lays it out perfectly. You have a choice every single morning. On one side, you've got the reactive morning. That's chaos, right? You're just scrolling, responding to emails, living on other people's terms. But on the other side, you've got the intentional morning. That's all about control. You set the focus. You decide what matters. You're the one in the driver's seat.
Okay, section 3 is a big one, rewiring your inner voice. Let's talk about that little conversation that's always going on inside your head. Because here's the deal, that self-talk, it's not just background noise. It is actively, literally shaping the world you experience every day.
Now this is such a great question. Just think about it for a second. If someone else talked to you the way you sometimes talk to yourself, you'd probably cut them out of your life, right? So why do we let ourselves get away with it? It's a bit crazy when you think about it. And you know what? Just realizing that, just becoming aware of that voice, that's the first huge step to changing it.
So how do you actually fix it? Here's the practical shift. And look, this isn't about some fake cheesy positivity. It's just about being more accurate. Instead of thinking, I'm not good at this, you switch to, I'm still learning this. See the difference? That one little word changes everything. It takes you from a fixed mindset, which just kills your progress, to a growth mindset that actually fuels it.
You know, when you've got that strong inner voice, it also gives you the guts to set boundaries with the outside world. Saying no to things that drain your energy. That's not selfish. It's actually a strategic yes to your own peace, to your own focus, and to your own growth.
Let's jump into section 4, from thought to action. Okay, so we've talked about the mindset. We've got our head in the right place. Now comes what's, for a lot of us, the hardest part. Closing that super frustrating gap between knowing what to do and actually doing it. I love this quote. Think about what's actually happening in that moment of hesitation. It's like a tiny battle in your brain. Part of you, the logical part, is saying, come on, let's do this thing. But another part, the emotional, comfort-seeking part, is screaming, let's do it later. Your entire future is literally decided in that split second when you choose which voice to listen to. Winning that tiny moment, that's everything.
And just think for a second about the mental weight of all those half-done tasks. You know what I'm talking about. They just linger. They hang around in the back of your mind, draining your energy, creating all this low-level stress. You have to remember, that feeling of relief, of clarity you get when something is finally done, it is so much better than the cheap, temporary comfort you get from putting it off.
And here's one of the best and fastest tools you have in your toolbox. The next time you feel your mood sinking or your energy just bottoms out, don't just sit there and wait for it to pass. Get up. Move your body. Seriously. Physical action is like a reset button for your brain and your emotions. You don't wait for energy to show up. You go out and create it.
Okay, final section. Section 5, making change stick. So you're starting to take action, you're building some good momentum. Awesome. Now for the most important part of the puzzle. How do we make sure all this stuff actually sticks? How do you turn these daily actions into who you are for good? This timeline right here is so important because it's all about managing your expectations. At first, any new habit is going to feel weird, uncomfortable, but that's a good sign. It means you're growing. Then it's going to take real, intentional effort just to push through that resistance. After a while, it becomes a routine. And then one day, you'll do it without even thinking. It just feels natural. It's just part of you.
And listen, this is so important. You have to let go of being perfect. You're going to have off days. You are going to slip up. That is completely normal. It's part of the process. The goal isn't to have some perfect, unbroken streak. The goal is just to get back on track the very next chance you get. It's persistence that builds the habit, not perfection.
So how do you keep this momentum going for the long haul? You focus on these two things. Think of them as twin engines for your growth. First, daily learning. Just learn one new thing a day that sharpens your mind. Keep that curiosity alive. And second, daily reflection. This is huge. Take a minute to look back and ask, what got a little bit better today? This forces you to see your own wins, and that builds a kind of unstoppable confidence over time.
And really, this is what it's all about. This is the end game. You stick with these actions long enough that they stop feeling like things you have to do, and they just become part of who you are. It's amazing. Consistent action doesn't just rewire your brain, it actually rewires your identity.
So let's wrap this up with a really direct question, just for you. The person you want to become, they're not built tomorrow or next week. They're built by the small things you do today. So look at the rest of your day. What is one thing you are going to finish?